really impressive. Welcome back to Talking Comics with Heroes and Villains. Mwahaha. I'm so excited. Arnie, what evil lurks in the heart of men? Do you know? You don't know.
Perversion.
But do you know who knows?
The Shadow.
Yeah, he does. I'm so happy. I hate everything in life but this book right now. So like, this is I'm gonna be really infinitely happy. Arnie, The Shadow. Do you like The Shadow in
Solid
general?
book. Solid book.
Do you know him like in pop culture? Like, did you watch the crappy like '90s
With Alec
movie?
Baldwin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the Orson Welles radio show before he like ate himself to death. He used to be The Shadow.
I never heard the radio show.
They're awesome.
Where'd you hear them?
I have them on my iPod.
You can download them?
Yeah, they're public domain, I think.
Sweet.
Or I paid for them. I don't either one of those.
Yeah.
things. But,
Yeah, you did.
but yeah, it's amazing. The Shadow's a great character. He's older than Batman. He's older than a lot of the like most superheroes.
He's like
if not all.
I mean, I don't know if you could technically call him a superhero. There's some supernatural elements to it.
Yeah, he's as much as Batman is more than Batman.
Yeah,
is.
he'd be like the first Batman to.
Yeah. Well, Doc Savage was the first
to
Superman.
Doc Savage is what.
Yeah,
Or
Clark
Flash
Savage.
Gordon.
Not Doc Savage.
Well, I mean, Doc Savage and Flash Gordon were both like outer space type guys.
Yeah, this guy's more grounded. The Shadow is a street level character like Batman, but
Very
he's
urban.
a hardcore murderer, which makes me really happy.
He uses guns. Two, in fact.
To shoot you in the face. Not just like he's not like the Lone Ranger where he shoots your trigger finger or like shoots your feelings or whatever Lone Ranger does. He'll kill a dude, and it's amazing. And Garth Ennis is writing this, who does the Punisher.
Yeah.
He's done some of the best Punisher books I've ever read. I don't know if
The realistic Punisher. Like
Yeah.
no spandex, no tights.
And it's so good. The Shadow will kill people, but only if he feels that they deserve it, and not just like the Punisher, where like you did something bad in front of me, so I'm going to kill you. This guy does research.
Well, he kind of has an edge because he doesn't know what's in like men's thoughts.
Yeah,
He can read your mind.
He's kind of psychic.
So if you're
Or
a
insane.
true prick,
Yeah.
you know you're gonna die.
But in this book, the greatest scene is that he guns down an entire like mob
They're all pricks.
gang. But there's one guy in the middle who he sheathes his guns, and the guy never fired. And he's
He's
like,
kinda cool.
And he says, yeah, like go home to your family, work hard, and he calls them by his first and last name.
Yeah.
So he like researched everyone and like knew who they were before he killed them because they truly were deserving. He's not impulsive. He's very cold. He's yeah.
Very what's the word? Not tactful, but a tactician.
I think he's autistic too. I think that if he was in the modern era, he'd be perceived as such. Like he has people that work for him, but he can't connect to them, and he has sex with this person named Margot Lane who works for him.
She's
who's
not,
like,
maybe she's related to Lois.
yeah, this like super pinup hot girl who also like works for him as an agent of the Shadow, like kind of like a sidekick character. But he
And
won't
as a girlfriend.
He won't cop to his emotions for her though. Like, yeah.
There's got to be some disconnect. You got to keep it professional.
Yeah.
You can't mix work with
He's
pleasure.
a
man.
playa in the
This
40s. But yeah, I love this character so much. And I always get nervous to be portrayed poorly. Like in the movie that came out, I wasn't really a big fan of it. It was too supernatural and not enough like murder for justice.
Well, the same thing happened to the Phantom around the same time.
Yeah.
So they just totally desecrated it.
And I own both of on DVD and like whatever, but it's not
Shame.
the best thing in the world. This is the best thing in the world.
It's pretty solid. It left me hanging though at the end. I wanted more.
Yeah.
I thought it
Which
was
is
too short.
awesome. But you get a full story though. Like you get who the Shadow is, the setup for what's happening in the town, who his alter ego is. He's like a Bruce Wayne, American Psycho type, really wealthy murderer.
Yeah, I'd say he's more like American Psycho than Bruce Wayne.
God, it's so good. It's so good. And so many comics have been like mediocre or bad or like they try to relaunch things endlessly. I thought this might be a modern reinterpretation of the Shadow, which I'm all for. But like that's usually done poorly. This is strict. The roots of the character. It's
very
the Shadow
grown
we
up.
all know and love.
It's very grown up. Where
so
the
good.
most of the modern interpretations are kind of childish.
They take the edge off. him.
They wash it down.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and he's a murder machine that believes in what he believes in, and if you don't believe in it, then like whatever. He's not concerned.
Yeah.
He's not trying to do anything to save people. He's trying to punish the guilty.
Yeah.
And it's a cause for himself.
he does a really good line of walking that line between good and evil, where you're almost like, does he even have any morals?
Yeah.
Because he just, if you're bad, you're dying. I think it's
And
It's
he
almost
doesn't-
indiscriminate.
He doesn't respect the people who work for him either because they aid him in his quests to kill people, but they
Yeah.
don't do it themselves. They just like give him information or they drive him around or like he
They're
has a
servants to
network.
him, not sidekicks.
Yeah, and they don't get blood on their hands was the quote he used in the book.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't respect that. He'd rather they went out and like strangled evil people
Yeah.
at night.
He said to
Oh, it's so good.
he said to Miss Lane that you're a matchstick next to an incinerator.
Yeah, much like Arnie and me in this video. Well, you decide who is who. Who's the matchstick and who's the incinerator. You let us know at facebook.com/Heroes and Villains Tucson or on Twitter.
At H&B Comics.
And until then, Arnie, say something shadowy on the spot right now. Go.
No.
Not even a cackle. Not even a
No, you do that much better.
Not even the seed of crime bears bitter fruit.
There you go.